Hey you guys, so today I am once again in my car because it's the only time that I can really record anything without my son flipping out on me. So today I'm going to be talking about my story of how I met my husband. And if you guys don't know my story, then you should probably watch my addiction story to meth and heroin because it gives you a good backstory as to my past. And so basically, I went through a rehabilitation center for drugs and alcohol, and I graduated the program, and they have a transitional living part of the program, and that's where I was in, and you're able to get a job and things like that. So I got hired at Community Bridges, which is a detox center, and I had only been working there for 10 days when my husband came in as a client, and he was completely high out of his mind. He was all over the place. He wasn't making any sense, and I remember sharing my testimony with him as to how I came to Christ, and because of the Phoenix Rescue Mission and just the guidance that I had there with recovery and how to put God into your life. And I kind of shared with him, you know, the deep parts of me and why I started to use drugs. And I didn't think he was hearing a word I was saying at all. He was all over the place. He was all spun out. And so he said to me, you should see me when I clean up, you know, because he was apparently thinking he could hit on me being all drugged up with lots of confidence, I guess. And in my mind, I'm thinking, no, thank you. I don't want to see you cleaned up. Thank you. But as time went on, so he ended up leaving. And 6 months later, they asked me, the rehab that I graduated asked me to share my testimony at the baptisms. And so they have a men and a women's program, and they come together and do baptisms. And so I'm about to give share my testimony, and all of a sudden I feel a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, and it's him. And he says, "Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I'm the guy in detox." And I was like, "Yeah, I remember you, and you do clean up pretty well." And I'm thinking that in my mind. And so I didn't think anything of it, and a couple months later, probably 6 months later, every graduate of the program gets a newsletter sent out to all the graduates of the program, and it was kind of like a newsletter of, you know, success stories in the program, and his story was featured on the front page, and my mom received it, and she was like, "Hey, I think this guy is talking about you in his story." And I looked at it, and I was like, "Yeah, I know that guy." And so a little backstory, I had been praying for God to bring a husband into my life for a really long time. And I just broke up with my current boyfriend the day before. So I get this newsletter in the mail, and I told my mom, I'm like, this is the guy. This is the guy I've been praying for. And she was like, "Blake, you need to chill out. Like, you don't even know this guy. You don't know anything about him." And I said, "Mom, you don't understand. This is the guy." So 3 days later, I couldn't stop thinking about him. He was constantly on my mind. So I finally showed up to the men's program where he works, and I was like, you know, I just wanted to pray with you. I know how things can get a little, you know, scary getting out of the program. He had won a full ride scholarship to Grand Canyon University. So after that, we talked a little bit, and we exchanged numbers, and before I even left the property, he texted me. He's like, we need to go have coffee tomorrow. So we had coffee, and we talked for about 3 hours. And before that, I had prayed to the Lord, and I said, "Lord, if this is the man that you want me to be with, make it known to both of us." So after we went to Starbucks, we went back to my parents' house, and all of a sudden he was like, "So I think we should date." And I was like, I think so too. I think so too. I feel like it's right, and I had prayed before this, and God had definitely revealed to both of us that he wanted us to be together. So a month later, we decided to get married. We definitely didn't waste any time, because once you know, I feel like that's such a cliche saying, but it's true. Once you know, and we went for it. So we got married at Justice of the Peace. We didn't tell anybody. And we came home married, and I told my parents, and they just said, "Welcome to the family." And that was pretty much how, you know, my life has always been out of the ordinary, and I definitely did not expect God to send my husband to me through the mail. And so I just want to put a message out to all women who are struggling with waiting to find your husband. Wait for the right one, because God is going to bring you the perfect man for you. He's not going to do it on your time. He's going to do it on His perfect time. And if there's a man in your life right now that you are questioning if he is the one for you, let him go. God will bring the man to you, and you will instantly know that this is the one. And He's going to reveal it to you, and He is going to bring you someone who is going to compliment you in every way, shape, and form. And He's going to be the perfect match for you. For you personally, not for anybody else, for you. God knows you inside and out, and He knows how much and who you need in your life. So thank you for watching my video, and I am so excited to continue sharing my life with you guys. I don't know when I will have time to post next, but hopefully it'll be next week. And I'm going to be doing videos on different religions and why Christianity and the Bible are the ones that you should trust. So keep watching for those. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day, and I hope you liked my story, me and my husband's love story. So have a good day. Bye.